Medical units stand by. 30 seconds to contact. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
We got him. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Proof of Comics. I'm your host, Frédéric Guimont, and this is episode 98. We're just about to move over from the double digits and head into episode 100, which is quite a milestone when you think about it. I remember, like, the first year, I kept wondering, is this show going to make it? Is this show going to keep going on? And I was like, did not know how far it would go, and now it's just like it seems like it's a thing now. It's a weekly thing.
It's a thing,
and we're glad to have you. I'm glad to have Adam Weber in the chat with Basilisk 6981. Welcome, sir. Dropping the Canadian flag, as is the tradition that spilled over from the Commandos. Appreciate that, my friend. We got Subjugate Comics. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show where we talk comics. We're passionate about the creation of comics. We love reading, reviewing comics, everything except for the drama, it seems, which is a really popular thing. So maybe it's a luxury we don't have drama, but I think it'll catch up with us someday. Drama always gets you. We got Mr. Chris Peel.
Hey, he's doing the sign language. Baby, I like it like that. I like it like that.
This is
I thought you were doing the
musical.
sign language interpretation up there.
We've got sign language. We've got a musical happening. How you doing, Chris? You seem to be in a good mood, man. That's good to hear. Good vibes coming from your neck of the woods.
Just got off of work, so yeah.
Yeah, right? Got that
It's always
rocking
a
that
good
stash.
A
Yeah.
flavor saver.
Yeah. And Chris is our guest tonight, but your campaign ended yesterday, right? We had like a bad timing on getting you
Well,
on.
it's funny. So it last night I went to check on it and it said 1 hour left. And I was just like, oh well. And then I checked on it this morning and it goes 15 hours remaining.
Really?
I don't know. Fall down a well, eyes go across. Get kicked in the head by a mule, they go back. I don't know.
Well, let me grab the link then.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing, Scribe? Nice to see you, man.
What's going on?
Rosario.
Hey, what's up, Chris? What's going on?
What's
What's going on,
up?
guys?
How you doing,
What's
man?
up?
Oh shit, dude, you got 2 hours to go, which is just the duration of this show. So this is the grand finale of the Nostradamus effect. If you haven't gotten it today, You need to grab it before the end of the show, folks, or else you're going to miss out. Here we go. I'm dropping the link in the chat. It's hot. It's on fire. And we got some comments on Twitter that the image, the character, the Nazi character that we used as a promo image kind of looks like Le Chiffre from the James Bond movie. Is that intentional? Is that a quinkadink?
I have
Are you
no
gonna get
idea.
sued?
That's how.
What, today's the last day of the campaign?
Yeah.
Well, not only is today the last day,
Okay,
it ends in 2 hours. So this show is the last time you're going to have an opportunity to secure your copy of Nostradamus.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
There you go.
Nice bass.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. I think the whole block heard it, but I like it.
It came with perfect reverb.
I felt the shockwave.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll part your hair.
Richter scales are engaged.
There you go.
Indeed. Just wait till I fart.
I'm gonna 3D print your vagina with my 3D printer. I'm gonna 3D print your vagina with my 3D printer.
Now you're going to get in the hot seat. I want to know everything. We have ways of making you talk. Give us the down low, man. How'd you, because I know a little bit from having talked with you on the Commandos. I know you used to do comics and you still do too, but you had like a run prior kind of doing like satire, humor comics for a little bit.
Yes.
And you got back into it recently where you're changing the tone, changing the topic and all that. Can you tell us a little bit how you got started? What happened when you stepped aside for a while and how and why you kind of came back and all that?
Why, yes, I will tell you those things.
Good. I won't have to break out the shockers and the red hot poker and
Ooh.
the
Are
torture
we the
devices.
Dungeoneers now?
Oh boy.
Is that
Anyways.
how that started? We don't do drama here, Chris. I don't think you got the memo. That reminds me, I got to play the rules because some of you people are new here. You're new to the show. You just don't know what's up. And we got rules on this show. You can't just come in here and do anything you think you want to do. Listen carefully now because this is how it goes on this show.
There's no crying in the office. If you have to cry, go outside. Okay? And if you're sensitive and somebody hurts your feelings, I don't give a This is not group therapy, so get over it. We're not really mean, but we'll say mean things to you for sure. So just know, if you're crying or you're having a bad day and you've been knocked around, the best thing to do is to come back. Some days just suck.
You know what? I would listen to her if she was hot.
It made her a little bit. It got her a little bit there.
Right? A little bit like, yeah, bossy woman.
We got AI filters.
Oh
for
no!
that.
You look at her face; it looks like she just came back from crying.
Oh man.
Maybe that's where that came from.
Boom. Love it.
So,
That's right.
hold on. I heard.
I thought Fisk was here for a second when I heard.
Yeah. Who, is that you? Who said that?
Me.
Damn, we got Chris number 2 is completely replacing Chris number 1. Usually we have a co-host called by the name of Chris Fisk, and that is his tagline. He gets like 5 cents every time we say it. And he's at work right now, so he won't be joining us tonight,
Yeah.
which is probably a good thing because we got another Chris, and I think it would be overload if we had 2 Chris's.
Especially when they both say "that's right," sounding the exact same way.
It
Sounds like an excited Mort from Family Guy.
I'm already. So if we
To
ever
me, it
miss
sounded like
Chris number
Cecil.
1, we can always call in Chris Peel, and he'll cover in.
Little substitute. There you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris. Didn't mean to cut
That's
you
what
off.
my wife calls me, little substitute. All right. So back to comics. So how did I get started? So the first comic book I worked on was my own, and I worked on it with some friends. we called ourselves Half-Ass Publishing. We're the half-assiest. And we came up, it was basically a Tick ripoff. You know, I'm not gonna try to say homage or any of that. It was a full-on Tick ripoff. You know, big dumb guy. We had all these pitches, for when we did cons, like he has the proportionate strength of a lumberjack his size. All that kind of.
Yeah, I mean, ideas always come from our inspiration, our experience, stuff that we've seen. So like looking for the absolute original stuff is a little bit overrated. I think it's all about execution, in my own personal opinion. But
I'll go with that. I like that. I like how you say that.
It's because I have a French accent. That's why it sounds good.
You do?
I had one. Where did I lose it?
No.
I had one. It was there before, but I dropped it somewhere.
Oh, there it is. Yes, it's back now. I have my French accent is much better.
We don't hear you say "mon ami" is enough.
Yeah, that should be my tagline. Hey, mon ami, welcome back to the show.
You need until you sound like Gambit from the '90s X-Men.
Yeah, I gotta start throwing playing cards around.
Gambit don't like no hide the sausage.
All right, back to you, Chris.
Okay, back to it. No more silliness. So,
well, you're allowed to be silly. I mean, actually,
right.
it's kind of mandatory over here.
So I was hanging out with my buddy, the guy who I ended up writing this thing with, and I was reading this issue of Wizard magazine. I loved Wizard. I always ran out and picked it up.
Yeah,
when it dropped.
I bought
and they had a contest, huh?
I used to buy every copy of Wizard magazine. I think my first one was the Wetworks cover.
Oh, I had that.
Yeah,
I had that one.
That was the first one I picked up.
I lost all of them, dude. I don't know what happened to them all. I think I ripped them up or used them as like.
No, me and my buddies like broke into your house and we stole them.
Well, the pages started sticking together. That
you should have had better security there. Sorry.
So they had a contest on create your own superhero, and so Some Big Lumberjack was kind of my nickname in high school. And that came from the Monty Python, I'm a lumberjack and I don't care, or whatever the hell the song was.
Isn't that the lumberjack that wears women's clothing?
I don't know. I was never a Monty Python fan, so that was all my buddies.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. And I still love day. He's a lumberjack in it. So yeah, I think that's the punchline. I wear women's clothing. And then everyone looks at him like weird, like, what did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
It is.
So we're sitting around having this barbecue, and I saw this contest, and I was like, dude, Some Big Lumberjack, that's our hero. Let's do it. So we started. He liked the idea, so we started coming up with ideas, and I went out and I bought a Superman figure from like the animated. I don't know if it was from Batman or when he was on there, but it's that Warner Brothers style, he's kind of like blocky chest.
Yeah, I knew which one you're talking about. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit on the cartoony side, but
yeah,
still superhero proportions and all that.
So I went out and bought that, and I got some like modeling glue or not modeling glue, but modeling clay and stuff, and made him look like Some Big Lumberjack. And then we kept talking about it, and we was like, man, we ought to make our own comic book, and we just started. It's kind of how the whole thing happened. And it's funny, like every issue it's all movie dialogue and comic book references. That's all it is. But we found an artist, so the guy is a big dumb lumberjack and his sidekick is a beaver named Gnaw that he rides into battle. We ride beavers at Half-Ass.
Hold on, are you not Are you Canadian? Are you allowed to use those references? That's cultural appropriation there.
Our artist was from Beaverton, Oregon, so yes, by proxy. So yeah, so we hooked up with that guy. And man, I remember we did our we got a bunch of us together, pooled our money together, and we printed 2,000 copies of the first issue.
Wow, It's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a
right.
lot. Wow.
That is a lot.
Holy shit.
And we hit the cons, and man, I'd always, of course, gone to conventions just as a goer, just a customer or whatever. But oh my gosh, doing those cons was just the most absolute fun ever.
I'm sure.
And we ended up doing 6 issues and over like 3 years. And for the size that we were, we were very small. We were
5'4".
Yeah. Based here in Dallas. Well, one thing that surprised me was the indie scene here in Dallas was huge. I don't know. Any of you guys remember Scott Kurtz?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of huge.
Don't know Scott Kurtz. What did he do?
He's
That's
the guy who used to beef with Ethan.
Yeah.
the big,
I don't remember him.
the big fat dude.
Man.
Dude, he's
Big
like
fat
huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Must have been a
Like-
different Ethan.
My 600-pound life big. He was the big deal here. No pun intended. He was the big deal at the time because he had a book that was popular on Image called PvP. And it started out, I think, as like a web comic or something, and Image picked it up, and he was having success. He was what I call a marquee guest at some of these conventions, and but there were a ton of other guys that were a bunch of creators here locally. So we made friends and everything, and just tore it up, man, for what we were. Like every issue paid for itself and for the next one.
That's pretty cool for an indie comic, dude. Like,
dude, it was the conventions, man. The conventions were our bread and butter.
Some Marvel books don't make it to issue 6. So the fact that as an indie you could pay for the next issue for 6
I'm
issues,
asking you
it's pretty good.
to go in on issue 2 because
Right.
Marvel set up now. That guy just
Dude,
saw the video and it just
that is like so 2026 Marvel begging to buy Spider-Man. It's like, whoa.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Like even on our crowdfunders, like no one begs. Like we're all like, okay, this is what I got to offer. It's a good book. You're gonna like it. But we're not like, I just need you guys to come in on please take your
Chris,
money.
When did you get into comics? Like, when was your first love? Or what
man.
was your first,
So,
like, how old were you?
I want to say I was 12.
Nice.
And it was G.I. Joe. There were 2 books,
Ah,
G.I.
cool.
Joe and the Nam.
Oh, yes, man. Remember
Those
that?
were my
That's
2. I did, it's really weird. Like I always loved superheroes growing up. Like I loved the Batman and Spider-Man were my 2 favorites when I was a kid. And I've even got pictures of me as a little kid meeting Spider-Man, and like the look of utter joy on my face is just fantastic. But I was
Chris, we got a break for commercial real quick.
When the world needs answers, one man is asking the questions. Oh no, a hairless chimp is going after Marshall. G.I. Joe Rogan, move in! He's hurt. Initiate recovery protocol. Activate heat shot proteins in the Ways to Well playset. Quick heal with BPC 157. Get to work. It's time to uncover the truth.
How big was the craft?
Oh no, it's Alex Jones.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water.
G.I. Joe Rogan playset comes loaded with official on-it accessories. It also includes limited edition compound bow and realistic elk target. Bring home the full G.I. Joe Rogan playset today.
Accessories sold separately. Batteries not included. Supplements not real. Do not take medical advice from a toy.
I'd buy.
They're putting chemicals in the ink. They're making the comics gay.
You know what? You know what's funny? This AI, the AI stuff. You, instead of like somebody's trying to push a product or a toy, they could just market. Go to AI and be like, this is what I want to make. Go to like Hasbro, and just show them like, this is what I want to make. Can you make this for me? It's so crazy, man.
Yeah,
it looks like an actual toy commercial. Like I want them.
That's
those figures.
That's where we're at now. We got companies like Hasbro. They're doing crowdfundings, man. Like, I mean, they're mostly targeting like people our age, though.
Do you think they're using AI? You think
No,
they have
not
to be?
yet. But I think
I don't know, man.
We're close to it. No, I think they're still like mocking up like they brought out like a $600 sales barge for Jabba's
I remember
sales
that.
barge.
That shit was huge.
Yeah, but like, dude, like how long before we get like you propose things through AI and then you can just like AI can do 3D modeling too now as well.
Well, that was my theory. Like a couple of years from now, you're gonna get like a kit. A kid's gonna get a kit, which is a 3D printer and like a program you plug in and you just say whatever you want and it makes you like, oh, I want this spider. That's gonna happen for toys now.
Yeah, AI can
guarantee you, dude. Yeah.
No, it's happening already. AI can output 3D models.
Oh yeah.
So,
but like all in one thing, they're gonna sell like an all in one thing, and I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Like, hey kids, here, just make whatever you want.
Yeah, it's the Star Trek. What do you call it? The
I forget
modeler.
That thing, yeah. Here, get cancer with the resin too.
The replicator.
So, yeah, the replicator, right? I'm contractually obligated to say hello to Patrick, our host on the Commandos, and just want to shout out a couple of his characters that I drew. Was it last week? I think so. Yeah. I'm kind of disoriented with the time lately, but we got the Blue Rose and Minotaur, which are Phenomenal Tales characters, and Phenomenon as well. Not to be confused with Phenomenova. There's nothing to do with it. Listen, Patty, you can't. That's Chris's tagline. You're going to get charged like a nickel every time you say that.
Let me guess. They're Russians.
Well,
characters.
They're definitely communists, if you know what I mean.
God damn it.
Yeah, I think Patrick is must be a covert communist or something. He's trying to propagate that.
I love that black
ideology.
It just makes everything pop.
Hey, you and me both, brother.
Yeah,
Woo! Yo. Yeah, man, dude, I've been paying attention to balancing out, the black areas, dark areas, and getting inspiration from all the immigration that's been happening in my town lately. So you got to use that inspiration. And
I like this. This is cool. This is your character.
This is Razum. Yeah, she's also a psychic spy. Apparently, I can draw Russian characters
going on.
Yeah.
What's up with you guys in Russians, dude?
Listen, time goes fast. We got to keep Russian on, All right, I'll be here all night, folks. And yeah, this is Razum kind of jumping down from somewhere. I don't know. I just sometimes I start streams and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have any drawings on the table, so let me just start something. And this was one of those let's just draw my character, put her on the page.
Squirrel tail.
Beautiful.
Did you see a squirrel tail?
Is that a squirrel tail on her?
No, it's her. That's the belt from her coat.
That's her coach, man.
Look behind her head. That looks like a squirrel tail.
Well, that's her lovely blonde, luscious hair, Chris.
Oh,
listen, you might not have seen hair for a long time. That's maybe why. Sorry, that was a low blow.
That was low.
Wow, I'm sorry. I gotta apologize.
I got
Chris.
a little bit left.
There you go.
He's got the alfalfa.
This is
But it migrated down to an awesome beard and what'd you call it? Flavor saver?
Yeah.
I'm gonna alienate all our guests. This is a terrible precedent I'm setting.
Venezuelan. Damn. All right.
Patrick says yes. They're both Russian blue rated. She has Venezuelan blood on her.
Oh.
So she has Venezuelan
she
blood.
More Latina than Ruski.
So the Venezuelan blood, does that come out when she washes the suit? How does that work? Scribe, you have to unlearn your Russophobia.
I love Russians, dude. I have friends with a bunch of dudes from Coley Island. They're crazy.
Yeah.
It's not phobia, it's hate. It's Gen X hate.
I don't hate. I love Russians.
It's Gen X Rambo hate.
I like them because they're assholes.
Well, dude, Canadians are escaping Canada to go to Russia because they want to flee communism. That's where we're at in 2026.
Yeah, they won't come to America. They go to Russia. It's messed up.
America's not easy to immigrate as it used to. Besides, there's more white people in Russia, I think.
Yes,
it must be the thing.
They don't like the blacks.
What about Scandinavia?
Oh,
it's all weird over there. It's expensive.
Yeah,
very
Patrick
expensive to live.
She looks more like her father, the Knife of Caracas. Yeah, and you got the link, Patrick. If you want to come on, you're welcome to. I know you're probably working hard. He's got a book that he's working on called River of Blood. and he's got some mighty fine covers coming in. And I think you're about to close out as well, aren't you, Patrick? Like I think your end date is not as soon as Chris's end date, which ends in an hour and a half, folks. So make sure you grab that Nostradamus effect.
Did you see the little bit of glimpse of the cover?
I did, yes. Yeah. So it's Patrick's design, I understand, and Ethan was kind of like following it to a T and giving him a really beautiful headshot of the Wendigo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Killer.
I've been watching some Bigfoot videos this week, and my mind's been kind of blown too.
It's all fake, guys. It's not real. It's a dude in a suit, drunk.
No, but there's this guy called, was it Davis something or other? He's got a name, and he's a police investigator, so he's kind of like following the evidence and doing like the interviews and stuff. So it's kind of interesting.
It's all a hoax.
It's weird stuff with this Bigfoot stuff. Well, I mean, it sounds like a hoax until you get like to some people.
If I can't hug one, it's a hoax. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can hug one, but
just like Harry and the Hendersons, gentle giants.
Well, that's the funny thing is you got like Native American tribes that call them like the hairy men, right? And they got their own tribes and like they got their own tales to tell their kids, like, don't go out in this area of the forest, and certainly don't start whistling because
you mean Italians?
We think they're big. They're big primates walking around. Watch us find out it's actually the trolls from European mythology.
It's a bunch of Italians from Brooklyn, hanging out with their shirts off. That's what it is.
How you doing, Riley? I just want to point out, Riley, that you're late again. I'm not going to tolerate that very long. You know that. You're going to have to be on time on the show, even in the chat.
He doesn't tolerate it, man. He yelled at me the other day.
Don't tolerate.
He won't, He doesn't stand for baloney.
It's baloney. Oh, the best line in Weird Science.
Yeah, my man.
I love that movie.
There you go. I will be. Are you on? Are you hopping on CG After Dark tonight, Clippo? Are you going to be there? Patrick could be there as well. He's sometimes
get in here, guys.
Yeah, I gotta. Let me know if you want the link as always.
CG.
Yeah, CG After Dark. It's a party. You got to get in there.
That's the blue show.
It's the blue show, yeah, because we got the blue lights after dark.
Blue show. That means it's naughty.
Oh, it's not like a red light.
You don't know that?
Kind of show. I don't know these things. I'm French. I'm not. Nobody keeps me in
the blue show.
He's into real dungeons. All right,
Okay.
Wow.
Wait, so I wanted to ask Chris. So, how long you had Nostradamus in your head? Was it a while? Is it like a story you had forever? Or?
In my head, I don't know. It's crazy. It goes back to. Actually, I got the idea for the story when I was 13. I watched a documentary called "The Man Who Saw Tomorrow," and it's narrated and hosted by Orson Welles. And the documentary starts out with a reenactment of three friends exhuming the corpse of Nostradamus during the French Revolution, and he explains the legend of drinking from his skull. You get his powers, but whoever disturbs the grave. Well,
French Revolution is my favorite revolution, by the way.
It would be. You weren't even there. You were in Canada.
You weren't even there.
Well, I can appreciate it, I'm building my own guillotine, to honor
Johnny come latelys with the revolutions.
Listen, you guys are Americans. I'm a future American. I'm just getting ready.
That's right. There you go.
Texas will welcome you with open arms.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the states that allow tanks. Like, if you can have a tank,
Texas.
I'm like, then they got real freedom.
Texas actually did away with all their restrictions on weapons. You can walk around with a samurai sword or a bazooka. You don't need a license.
You can't do a bazooka though, can you?
You can.
No.
You can do whatever you can get your hands on.
Not in public.
Sure you can. Absolutely. You
Dude,
can,
I'm moving to Texas tomorrow if I can rock a bazooka on my shoulder.
I want to walk around with in a mech suit with a Gatling gun attached.
There you go. You could brass knuckles are legal now, and switchblades.
Oh, really?
Are legal now, yeah.
Oh, brass knuckles? That they were
Yeah.
outlawed everywhere.
They are most places that have them outlawed, but not here, not anymore. I actually, as soon as that law went into action, I bought a pair.
That's
So
crazy.
I keep.
Frederick, you can't have no guns
pair
in
with me.
Canada, right? It's like
You can. It's just it's super
can,
restrictive,
okay.
especially like anything that looks like a revolver. Like it's easier to have like a shotgun. Anything that's closer to
Than a revolver?
Yes, yeah, because revolvers are
That's crazy.
because
And you have a cap gun.
anything that's considered like for hunting purposes, it's way easier. Like I have a friend of mine who has guns, and he doesn't even keep them in the province. He keeps them in another province, which is not.
Right.
It's not really useful if someone breaks into your house at night. You can't go. Hold on, let me drive 8 hours.
Hold on a second.
tomorrow.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Don't move.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, they changed in America. It was in Miami.
Oh, hold on. Let me put you in the spotlight. there.
Oh, wow. That's some
gonna
Opus
be-
Dei type shit right
Yeah,
there.
you're gonna
man.
leave some
Right?
inverse crosses on the guy's face.
Yeah, they changed
Well-
revolvers in America from the shootout in Miami. They switched from the cartels, from the Cuban cartels. There was a big shootout in the 70s, and all the cops had revolvers. Then they switched to nines. And then in Hollywood, North Hollywood, the robbery, that bank robbery, which sparked
Yeah.
the movie Heat, the cops didn't have any military weapons. That's what sparked all police having
Right.
military weapons, was that incident, which was the craziest robbery ever filmed. That was
Absolutely.
the craziest, wildest. There were 2 Russians too. That's the
They had
craziest
body
part.
armor on and
They
everything.
had body armor. They were all high on PCP. Oh, that was wild, dude.
I was about to make fun of Canada and their firearms restrictions, and then I just remembered I'm in Connecticut where slingshots are illegal, so I got no room to talk.
Wait,
Big
slingshots are illegal in Connecticut?
Yeah, well, last time I checked, I doubt it's gotten any better.
Damn, dude. I think slingshots are probably legal over here. You can have, yeah, I used to have a slingshot when I was a kid. And I wasn't like the troublemaker either. Like I didn't break windows or anything.
Sure, Fred.
I swear, Your Honor.
Well, wasn't Bart Simpson based on you?
No, not at all.
What about knives in Canada? Like a pocket knife? They
Yeah,
allow with
so
that?
yeah, there's strict laws with that as well.
Jeez,
Like yeah,
man.
there's people who are like they tape their knives just to make sure that if the cops search you, that you don't have a weapon that's ready to attack somebody. So there's like stupid restrictions in how readily they are for violence. And I looked this shit up because things are getting rough. This used to be the safest city in North America, and it's just been going downhill since the lockdowns.
Is it that bad, the crime over there?
No, it's still one of the safest, but it's going downhill. So it's getting worse.
It's wild, man.
This used to be a city where there was no murders. Like there hasn't been no murders in years. And I just got jumped by a fucking immigrant last week. Like these people they're
Wait,
crazy.
you serious?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You got jumped?
Yeah, some retard got in. I was telling them how bad of a driver they were, and then they got insulted, and they came out. And now I'm carrying again.
Wait, did you press charges on this guy?
Yeah, I called, but I didn't press charges because it would go nowhere. But at least they got a visit and a good talking to. So
Was it
So
the
this guy
Mounties?
hit
Did
you-
they get their man?
Wait, this guy hit you and you try to press charges and they won't do anything? That's how
no,
crazy
it's
it is?
like it's because if I press charges, I have to go to court, and it's not going to go anywhere for what happened, right?
Oh,
'Cause-
wow, dude, that's
yeah.
crazy, bro. You all
'cause
right?
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't violent enough to leave a
okay,
mark
okay.
or anything. It's just some retard.
I hope you freaking kicked him in the chest or something, man.
Well, I was carrying like 3 bags of groceries, but they were so brave that they hit me on the side of the head when I had like my groceries in my hands.
What a bitch, man.
Yeah. These are
I'm
people
glad you're
coming
okay,
from.
dude.
Yeah,
Jesus,
no,
man.
and these are people coming in from the third world. And if I start talking about it, I'm going to sound like a real racist, which which
You're in good company.
Yeah, no, I mean this is the world. I mean, I would have hesitated to talk like this a couple of years ago, but seeing where the state of the world, London, the way it's
I don't
going,
think it's
in
race.
France.
It's just culture and where people are from, and you can't just integrate a different culture in America. It's not going to work, bro.
The thing is, Frederick told them that they were bad drivers. They got mad and attacked them. They got in their car and tried to run them over, and they missed.
Yeah,
because they're bad drivers.
Well, I'm glad the guy didn't get wild, man. These people just have no sense of what rules are and consequences.
No, and they lose. There's no talking. It's like switch flicks, and they turn on violent mode, and
unless you become more violent to them, and then that's
that's the thing. Is now I got a nice little butter knife.
Did they shout Admiral Akbar when they attacked?
Oh no. They were just like, why you insult me? I kick your ass. I'm like, okay.
Glad you're good, bro. These people are crazy, bro.
No, dude, it's like I've never had any negative interaction in this city for like living here.
Come to LA. Years. Well, I'll show you all kinds of interaction.
Yeah, I bet. But this is what happens when you bring in people from the third world, and and it's not refugees. Like these are people who are coming in to get free money. They're driving BMWs, they're driving sports cars around.
Wow.
It's like a third of the social recipients for aid are like we're not born in Canada.
Right.
So we're literally
there is a test I would like to have done for anyone coming into either the United States or Canada. A little test of skills must be demonstrated before you're allowed entry. And that test is, will you eat a bacon cheeseburger?
Right?
That's right.
That's right. American staple, baby.
That's right.
If they're okay with eating the pork and they're okay with eating the cow, then we can consider them.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
No, they're not allowed to eat the cats.
No.
Why would they want to? That would taste horrible.
Well, that's a voodoo practice because they're getting the spirit of the animal. That's why they do those things.
Yeah, but cats are fellow predators. You eat herbivores, not carnivores.
You don't understand. They want to eat the spirit to become a predator. They're taking their soul of the animal to turn themselves into a predator. You understand?
That sounds like a comic book.
Well,
right?
That's what I'm drawing right now. I'm drawing Haitian voodoo priestess. This is what we're going to do tonight. All right. So what you do is you take your piece of paper, you start to sketch out here. I got my circle.
Do you do rough sketch or like really intricate?
Yeah. No, I do very rough sketch. I don't know which line is going to be good. So
how do you do that though? How do you like it's like Ethan? How does he? I don't understand how he does that.
I sketch it out way more than Ethan does. Ethan does like 3 lines and then he starts inking.
Dude, it's like a slop, and then like he just inks over it when it's something else.
Yeah, it's like the Sistine Chapel. After
I think he does it on purpose.
3 sketch lines.
I think he does it on purpose,
dude. He's been drawing for 30 some years. It's like at some point
he's messing with
us. Well, I think you get good, man. At some point, like I haven't been drawing. Like I started drawing probably the same time he did, a couple of years difference. But like I stopped drawing for 30 years, and that makes a huge difference. And I think, and not everyone has the same style either. I think he just knows exactly where he's going with his ink stuff. He's got a good, and he also like he whites out a lot of lines as well too. So even the ink is not totally permanent. Like you can come in and like use a whiteout marker like this.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah, well, these are like graffiti markers too. Like you can use these, and they're pretty.
Oh, it's like a paint marker.
Yeah,
basically, right? Okay.
Acrylic paint marker.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not perfect. Like you press, and there's a little bit. There's either not enough or too much that comes out.
Yeah.
You kind of have to work around that a little bit.
That's good. So you just rough sketch it, and then you go in with the heavy inks, basically. How you?
No, I do really. Like I work my pencils pretty tight. Like
okay.
Yeah. What I mean is my sketch is really rough in the sense that I don't draw like just one clean line. Like my pencils look pretty dirty. Like they're pretty rough. That's what I meant by rough sketch. Is the
Okay.
I don't know if you can see, but like I
Yeah.
don't draw one clean line. I just like, okay, I'm like here. Okay, let me move it higher. Let me move it lower. And then when it's all said and done, when I'm inking, I'm like, okay, this is the line. This is where I want to go with the line. Oh, I've been drinking too much. I'm starting to see blurry.
Yeah,
Here
that's
we
how
go.
Ben does it too. He does like this weird, ugly sketch, and then he just throws in the outlines. Like, how do you do that? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Not everyone draws the same, man. There's something to
Yeah.
be said about like same with writers. Like writers don't have the same technique as they're all like they got their own thing that works for them. And you got shared techniques, you got shared stuff, but then at some point you got to be doing something that works for you.
Can you do colors too?
Yeah, I started doing colors. I'm not super fast or super good like a professional colorist is, but I could do so. Like 3 out of 4 of my covers are the colors that I've done. But I haven't done the interiors. I started doing the interior colors. Then I realized, wow, this is going to take way too long. I found a colorist that was also a Bitcoiner. So I was like, oh, this is going to be
Yeah,
perfect.
you told me. That's awesome.
Perfect for the project. So I was really happy it was a good match. And yeah, hopefully I can have him back for the second book as well. And spoilers, I'm just about to go to the print. Well, I sent my files out to the printer and I'm just getting ready to have stuff worked out with the distributor, Critical Blast. So it's coming. Like it's a question of weeks at this point.
You're doing Critical Blast?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because shipping from Canada,
Mhm.
I think it's probably going to be the same cost if I hire someone or if I do it myself. So I think it makes more sense to ship out to, because most clients are in the US.
True.
So might as well ship from, because it's getting printed in the US to start with.
Okay. Yeah.
So I might as well ship it within the US and have it shipped out. There's less border crossings and stuff like that.
So why not just have the stuff shipped to either to the place or to Patrick, and he'll bring it for the festival instead of you bringing it with you?
Yeah, well, that's I would love to do that. That would be great. You hear that, Patrick? Can you help a guy out?
Or just ship it to the festival. Ship it to Matt. You know, like somebody,
no,
somebody
I want to
trustworthy.
get some copies here as well. I want to get probably a handful of stuff CGC'd.
Oh, nice.
Just
cool.
for posterior.
I can't wait to do that.
Posterity.
Yeah, just to have it. Yeah, that looks cool, man.
Yeah, dude. Like I just sent out the files for the trading cards as well. I got 4 trading cards out inspired by the 90s. Oh, dude, I'm so freaking stoked. You have no idea.
I'm so excited for
It's
you.
even like I've been like a nervous wreck for the past few weeks. So
of course.
I'm looking forward to that stuff is going to be out and getting in people's hands and getting the feedback, getting the reviews and things like that. And I'm just looking to get back into the early stage of the next book. Yeah, just back to writing and drawing the first page. I remember when I drew the first page of the first book, I pushed off that first page so long. And at one point I was like, dude, if I don't start this book, it's never going to get done. So I'm like, fuck it. I know well enough where I'm going with this. I got the plot. I can change minor stuff as I go along, but I got to get started on page 1. And that is also the first time I did a video test on YouTube. We're streaming from the art table. It was when I was sketching out page 1. So I have streaming of every page starting from page 1, at least in part. So,
And this was last year, right? Is when you started the book?
I drew the character for the first time December 2023. So I started drawing in 2024. So it's 2 years. I've done it over 2 years.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, it's way too long.
Takes a while.
Yeah, well, it's because you're doing commissions at the same time, so it's not like a streamlined Marvel book. But second one is going to go faster. That's totally a lie, by the way. But I'm going to hang on to that lie for as long as I can.
You got to believe in yourself.
You gotta. Young One says, you do look like you have a proper technique. Most people cheat by using writing muscle memory and anchor their drawing hand on the easel. Oh, that's I didn't know about that. My technique is I look at tits and ass.
Good.
Well,
Mike's the man.
yeah,
Mike.
I didn't know that was a technique, but I think we share some
Mike is a CG
commonalities.
playboy.
You got to be, man. You gotta play the game.
Love
I
it.
support that, gnarly, says Christopher. Yeah, well, why wouldn't you? Of course. You're
I
a good
approve
man.
this
All right,
message.
well, I think we're up to date here. All right, let's get back to some Nostradamus effect here. Make sure you support it. You got 1 hour left, folks. 1 hour to get your copy of the Nostradamus effect, which is a super well drawn book, by the way.
Yeah, dude.
It starts
what's-
off in
Who's Granda?
I'm sorry. What's his name again? The guy?
Carlos Granda.
That's what his name is.
I
forgetting.
keep saying Carlos Granda, but I think maybe it's pronounced Granda.
Is he Italian?
He is not.
Oh.
He is from Medellin.
Who?
What, you're just making words up now.
Like who?
You're just making sounds with your voice, and think
No.
we're not gonna. You're not gonna get called out here.
Colombia.
Oh, okay.
So okay.
Does that make me persona non grata for hiring South Americans?
Probably. We should probably kick you off now, or else we're going to get associated with you, and it's going to hurt our reputation.
It's okay. I got a colorist in the Philippines. He doesn't speak no English, and just says yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And I
Hey,
go, like,
that's
stop,
awesome.
stop calling me sir, bro. He's like, okay, sir. No, stop.
Yeah, my colorist does the same thing. He calls me boss. Okay, boss. I'm like, just dude, we're the same age. Stop.
Well, boss isn't an age thing, right? It's a who's paying for who thing.
I know, but
Gnarly
Yeah,
Manga says bootleggers campaign ends in an hour.
yeah.
Hold on, let me refresh. It ends. Well, it still says 2 hours. So yeah, for 45 minutes, it's been 2 hours. So you should
do
get in
that.
on it while you can. Let me do a little bit of the screen sharing here, unless you prefer to share.
So, Chris, what's your future plans after this?
Well, I did a post on X asking people who have gone to the campaign page, looked at it, but opted not to back, and kind of asking what were some of the things, what were the friction points that kept them from backing. Because I welcome all critique. I'm just looking to improve. And
when you
the
approach
name
people like
Flippa-
that, do you like come up to them in an alley with a crowbar? Like, hey, why didn't you buy the book, eh?
I see it's a bait and switch. I present.
Oh, Frederick's crazy.
Well, that's my technique. I don't know what I want to
And
know
then-
yours.
As soon as they give the feedback, I turn around with the crowbar.
Wait, didn't you change the name? Didn't we
I
remember
did.
had this-
I have
Yeah,
changed the name. Yes.
Okay.
That was one of the things I was saying. Klippa. First off, I was apprehensive about the Nostradamus effect even before I launched. I like the name,
Right.
but my thought was, do people in the 20s even know who the hell Nostradamus
Yeah.
even is?
Yeah.
Klippa, we were talking, and I can't remember. I'm pretty sure this was on his show.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard his
Commandos.
voice in this. Okay.
Yeah, I
okay.
think it was on the Commandos. Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember being
And he was saying the first thing that came to his mind was Nostradamus. So
yes, isn't that like a reference in some cartoons or some shit? I've heard that.
is it?
that
I don't
joke.
know, but I've heard that before.
Me too.
and,
Yeah.
Of course, just Nostradamus used as in sarcasm, like, all right, Nostradamus.
Exactly. Like
So,
you can tell the future, Nostradamus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I got to thinking about the name. I'm not wedded to it, so I've come up with the Prophet's Curse.
I like that.
Oh, I like that. Because
Mhm.
you said it, or something about
Huh?
we said skull of Nostradamus at one point. I was like, oh, that's cool. You got the skull thing, but you got the skull imagery on the cover, so that might be a repetition too. The Prophet's Curse.
and it's,
Yeah.
It's the thing is, like, it makes it sound like the story revolves around Nostradamus, which it does not. It's just kind of he's just kind of a plot device, essentially.
Yeah.
I just liked it because the Nostradamus effect, like the effect is, this plague and everything. So, but yeah. So when I do relaunch, I will have it. It'll have a different title, and another thing that was brought up by Mrs. G Comics. I don't know if you guys follow her or not. She's on X.
I haven't heard of her. So,
oh man,
yeah, maybe I should get introduced.
You should. She does. Her book is she does erotica.
Oh, nice.
And her main character it's a self-insert of sorts. It's based on her.
Is she hot?
Yeah.
Gotta ask.
Is this an Elvira kind of situation?
Giddy up,
Mistress of the Night.
No pasty, goth chick.
No 9 Inch Nails t-shirts.
No
house posters.
No. But it's good stuff, and she's always been really cool to me, always giving me feedback and stuff on various things. And she actually made a really good point about I have nothing about the protagonists on the page. So I was like, God dang, you're right. She hey, are you good with sharing my screen?
Yeah, hold on. Before we do though, I'm gonna unshare mine, and we got a backer here. Jung Won says he backed.
Hey,
let me refresh to verify because I'm a don't trust verify kind of guy. Yeah, we got 19, so we got one backer tonight, and we got to do a little celebration over here. I don't know if you know this, Chris, number 2, but we have a little mascot here on this show that I like to call Sabrina. And
My
here we go.
We love Sabrina.
We do. She's the best.
She's our fire tonight.
She is. Exactly. Well, this is branding, right? You gotta have your own thing, I think. So you got a screen share. Oh, we got James here in the house.
I messed up. You got Sabrina, and who do I have on my channel? AOC.
Yeah, you definitely lost that bet. Sorry.
Yeah, but Jewish space lasers is just such a fun idea.
It is. We got our legal lawyer, our legal lizard. James is here. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. Been sitting in the back there for a minute or two, drinking on some tequila, but it's nice to be on the show.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Very nice.
Looking forward. We're going to be reviewing the Incal in a few minutes. So that's going to be a fun thing to do. Rosario, that's one of your favorite books too, right? You read it twice at the very least.
Halfway through. Yeah. Yes. Well, I'm rereading it again. It's pretty long, so the ending is the best part.
300 pages. Well, the ending is the beginning. Is the ending?
You just spoiled it.
I know.
That sounds like some 12 Monkeys stuff going on.
It is a little bit. It's a good one.
Long Tomorrow is my favorite by him, and it was Dan O'Bannon. It was released in Metal Hurlant. It was basically it was supposed to be a screenplay for Dune, and it's the guy who wrote Aliens and Escape from New York.
Jodorowsky, yeah.
No, it was Dan O'Bannon wrote this book, with Mobius, and that was supposed to be the original script. Then Jodorowsky took over for the Dune, and that didn't happen either. But read Long Tomorrow, dude. It's basically the blueprint for Blade Runner.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Blade Runner is a short story by Philip K. Dick, right?
Philip K. Dick, yeah.
Well,
I Dream of Electric Sheep.
I mean, most of the freaking science fiction movies we saw in our childhood are from a Philip
Total
K.
Recall?
Dick novel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another Philip K. Dick. Oh, he's one of my favorite writers.
The one with the pre-crime and Tom Cruise.
Minority Report, yeah.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Did you want to share your screen, your screen there, Chris? number 2.
Yeah.
Go right ahead, sir. I will prop it up here.
I just looked up Sabrina's like song titles. She has like a billion songs, dude.
Yes, but we only love one for some reason.
Well, she has a lot of 80s stuff. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think she started back then. I mean, the original. Yeah. Oh, that's looking mighty fine. Mrs. G Comics. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is her wedding day.
Sure.
I've seen this image though. I've seen it on my stream.
That's a big girl.
Yeah. So, anyways, just
Ooh la la.
she's been great.
Miss G Comics. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Does she have a show or is it just a Twitter
I don't
account?
think she does a show. She does a comic, but she sells it on Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, Chris number 1 does that as well. He's got Infinitale Chronicles, and he's selling 2 books straight from Amazon. Yeah. Well, it's a print on demand, so you order one, they print one, they ship it out to you. Thing is, though, the packaging is not super secure for a floppy. Through
I wonder how
Amazon,
the colors are and everything. You know?
It's pretty good. I was surprised. Like, yeah, I think it's pretty decent, and even the binding is good, so it's not bad.
It's funny. We're on this topic of Amazon because I am going to be issuing a collected edition of all of the Some Big Lumberjack issues in one trade paperback, and I'll be offering that on Amazon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'll be able to include all the different sketches we got from like Todd Knock and J.G. Jones and Billy Tucci and all these other guys that we got sketches. They did sketches for us at all the cons we went to. And we included some of them in the issues. You know, we'd have a couple pages of sketch art in the issues, but we have a ton that we never ended up publishing. So we're going to include that stuff and, you know, some of my sketches. I was getting so frustrated with finding an artist that I was like, screw it. I'm just going to work on drawing myself and not drawing myself, but drawing
yourself.
Yeah.
Todd Noak's a good artist, man. He's always at cons around here. He's from Orange County.
Matt Wagner did one. Eric Larson did one.
Awesome, nice, dude.
The same guy who slammed us.
He's one of my favorite artists back in the Spider-Man days. He was doing some good stuff.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I still have his Sinister Six run. I still go back to that. It's a really fun run he did.
Well, getting back to the plans after this campaign is going to take some time off, and not time off from X or any of this stuff, but not going to relaunch right away. So I also got some feedback about, well, of course, the first thing I realized after we launched was by commissioning the first 5 pages, people are going to think it's a period piece. And that's going to.
Right. Because that's the sample image on the page.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
what
did the same thing. Yeah. Go ahead.
I've switched the order of the story. So before it was the documentary, footage of the French Revolution stuff, and at the end you realize it's a kid watching a documentary, and then it goes to modern time, and it's this group of people prepping for this grave robbery, and so I flipped it. So now it starts with the grave robbery and the girl getting the skull. She sees the skull. It triggers the memory. Now the French Revolution stuff comes in, and it's like a memory that's triggered by her looking at the skull, and it ends with her as a kid, seeing the skull. So I've changed that around a bit, and so I'm going to have to commission a couple of pages, from the modern time. I'm going to commission some character sketches, some character illustrations, and I'm actually putting together, I thought, a cool way to introduce the 2 protagonists, because they're not actually in the first issue. They show up in the second issue. And but I'll still introduce them. But I went on Canva and I made up this like dossier page, and made it look like it's got coffee stains on it and stuff like that, to look like it's a old piece of.
For people watching who don't know what dossier mean, dossier is French for dossier. So, just so you know, keep people in the loop.
What an ass.
I'm French. You knew that, Scribe, when you were coming on here.
Oh man. What were you saying, Chris?
I don't know. What was I saying?
Dossier, coffee stains, drunk nights, hookers.
Nights.
So yeah, and I would recommend as well, like when you relaunch, make sure you like contact Katie or the biggest stream you can get on and make it an official launch stream. Make it an event. Because when you come into it with a big splash, it helps a lot because you usually get the most of your sales at the beginning and at the closeout. Right. And so you got to make it an event. Like you get on the biggest stream you can possibly get on for a launch stream, and try to run that first week is going to be the best week usually, and then it goes quiet in the middle. For most people, it's kind of like a donut, effect. And then towards the end, that's the title of my new book, The Donut Effect, by the way. And the last, if you could make something.
I thought it was towards the end. My bad.
Well, you both. That's what I mean by a donut. You got the.
No, I thought that was your title.
Towards the end. Well, that I should probably change it, right? Marketing. And if you can go out with a bang as well, like get on a big stream as a closeout. That's what the big guys do. They schedule their closeout as well as their launch, and then they try to promo it as much as they can. I'm seeing my name in the chat here. We got Herman. What's French for Frederick ditched us last night? This what the French do, Herman. Okay, first of all, you should be aware of that, Frederick.
It's nice to sacre bleu.
What's up, Hedge?
Nice to see you.
I thought you were from Canada.
Yes, but my ancestry is French. By the way, are you ready? Are you set up with the book cam there, James?
I'm always set up with the book cam.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Chris, do you have any?
Would you got notes and everything? Look at that.
Would you like to close out the segment before we get into the book review? Give some parting words. I'm going to share the link again in the chat here. Grab the Nostradamus Effect, folks. It's closing out on this stream. We did not know this, but we thought it was going to close out yesterday, so it's kind of a bonus.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah, I didn't know.
We got Young Wong who backed it. Thank you very much. If you back it, let us know in the chat. We'll really appreciate it. We've got 49 people watching. If StreamYards is to be trusted,
read Gnarly's message.
What does he say here? Hold on, I'm trying to click the button. Okay, cool it. FMC launch party on June 19th. Juneteenth. Bring your favorite blacks. See, that's marketing.
There you go.
That's what you got to do. Are you playing with your mic again, Scribe?
No.
I will come down. Don't make me come down there.
You have to.
I'll steal you the rest. I'll steal another one of your collections.
Steal my collection.
Hey, I got a question. If I may broach this before the book review. So on FMC, I have it set as all or nothing. However, I have found out that they don't, it's not like Kickstarter where they don't tender the credit card accounts until if the project funds, right?
No,
FMC doesn't do that. Like
you have the most options with FMC. You really decide how you want to do it, and you can switch it up as well. So you can change it up.
Sure, but what I'm saying is it's not automatic. I have to go in and refund. I have to go into Stripe or whatever it's called and refund everybody when the campaign ends. It's not an automatic thing.
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to look into it. I haven't done that. I've just done the
Keep it
I was
all.
gonna go through with this book regardless of the sales. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna make it whatever happens. So who wants a copy? Come and get it. We're gonna do as much or as little as
Mhm.
we'll do. And so I took every sale. But yeah, you can set it up different options. But I'm pretty sure if you set it up all or nothing, because were you receiving payments? Because I receive
Oh
payments
yeah,
like a couple of times a week. Okay, so you don't want to keep those. You want to refund them?
right. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not keeping anybody's money if the book's not going to fund. It's not going to get made.
Gotcha.
I don't have the money to swing that. But I saw this person who has a campaign. It's set up as keep it all, but they're not going to reach their funding goal. And they've already talked about how they're using that money now to, pay for more pages.
You would have to ask the backers first.
I just thought about do the backers know that? Because I was going to back this person's book, but when I saw that, I was like, I'm not backing that book.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Well, it
Isn't
depends. It depends how they handle things, because you can. I mean, it's up to you how you're going to use the money. As long as you refund people when it's time to refund, it could be the same money or it could be other money that you earned in the meantime. But the whole point of crowdfunding is to help you, get some financing that you can spend however you want to spend it. As long as you're not screwing anybody over in the end.
Yeah.
I don't really care if you're using it in the meantime and you come back and pay it later.
Yeah, but I can tell you right now, this person does not have the funds to issue those refunds when the campaign doesn't fund.
Oh, they don't have it?
Going to fund. It's definitely not going to fund. I can tell you that.
And well, if they're spending it on the book, they're making the book, right?
He's saying that the person's gonna take the funds and use it to build more pages without letting the backers know. That's what he's saying, which I think is kind of wrong. You should let the backers know. Yeah.
There's no comment on the campaign page. There's no note on the campaign page that says that that's the plan. Maybe it's just my interpretation of but my expectation is if I back something and it doesn't reach its funding goal, then I'm going to get my money back.
Right.
That's my expectation as a backer. So,
well, it depends on the setting. Like if it doesn't reach the goal, but you still go through with, because not everybody stops the project if they don't reach their goal. Some people will still print, right? So it depends on how you have it set up, because you are in a special case where you're like, okay, it's an all or nothing. If I don't reach the goal, I can't fund my artist. Therefore, I'm not going to make the book. I'm not going to, lose money on it. And which is fine. It's fine to set it up that way. But some people will be like, well, if I make 25%, I'll just, I won't make as much money, or I'll end up losing money, but I'm still going to go through and make the book. As long as you're on the up and up with people and people get their book in the end, I'm fine with that. But what I don't like is people who just, take the money and run, which we have seen way too much of in this space. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate, but it's kind of the part for the course with crowdfunding. It's always a risk you got to take. You're taking it on the part of the backer, which you shouldn't, honestly. Like, backers should be able to, deliver or at least refund. But that's a point of contention.
So that was it. That was my question. To me, it's shady to do that, and I don't know. I just to me that's bad optics. And once that happens and word's gonna get out, You know, I mean, how likely are you to get more backers? Because this person's also started another campaign now on Kickstarter.
Oh no, that's yeah.
Usually those people, I've been here for like since the beginning, that they never pan out. They never pan out.
Well, not only that, they kill their reputation for starters,
And they
then
hurt us too.
That's the thing. They hurt everybody else. And
it's people have this idea.
Somebody
like,
keeps hitting their microphone. Please stop.
Yes, I hear that. Yeah, a lot of people do that, man. They have this like grandiose idea. I'm going to do like these 8 million books or this like 100,000 page graphic novel, you know, like a funding of like $80 million. And it just never pans out. Then they do another book, another crowdfunding site, and they raise some funds with that. And nothing ever happens. Then they disappear. Yeah. That's what happens. That's basically what's been going on for 8-9 years. They come, they have this grandiose idea, then they leave because they can't fund it or they just went too crazy, stole money. It's crazy. Man.
Yeah, and then you see them working on other artwork. Like I've been drawing all for the past few months, and none of it has been on my book that I sold a couple of years ago. It never came out. All right, let's switch it up to negative space, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got a new trailer for it right here. Let's go.
It is almost a work of art.
It is a work of art, Cindy. The greatest medium of all time. The comic book.
Hey! What's missing from this page? The negative space! We read it, we shred it, we tell you the truth. Negative space! Comic reviews!
Nice. Hello?
James, you're muted.
James
is gone to the
yourself.
I am unmuted. Can you guys not hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
That's weird because I don't know. Maybe it's coming through a little late. Either or, we're checking out The In-Cow, which is probably going to be the most difficult book I ever had.
Hold on, James.
It's that one homeless guy that comes here sometimes.
Yeah. I hate to. Somebody just came in at the
got a nickel?
At the most inconvenient, rude time to come in. I invite him to come in earlier. He doesn't.
I'll settle for a pack of Pall Malls if you got
And
them.
then he waits for James's thing to happen. He's got the intro, and then this is how rude he is.
He's not an agent of the CIA. He is a writer of comic books.
Hello, everybody.
What up?
The newcomer, the Warlock's newcomer of the year. Uprising
newcomer.
Something like that. I don't know what the
Rising hotshot. Get it right, okay?
Yeah. You paid him. You paid him. You paid him off.
So what if I did?
Tell me how much, I'll double it.
I'll double it, I tell you.
Nice to see you, Patrick. How
What's
you
up, guys?
Welcome to the show, dear Patrick.
Thank you.
Yes, you're just in time for the most mind-boggling book I've read in a while. In a interesting way, The In-Cow by Jodorowsky and Mobius, which actually kind of taught me I wouldn't say a lesson, but a practice that I'm going to try to go into these in the future without actually knowing who wrote them when I'm reading them, because I've noticed in this review, knowing these names to a decent extent, that did, there was a bit of bias going on throughout it. So from now on, I'm going to go in blank as much as possible without knowing the artist, just to get a general review out without any bias. But The In-Cow is about 310 pages long. It took me about maybe 2 weeks to read as I was flipping through it. One of the things I noticed right away is you can tell this is one of the older type of books from days yonder, and it stuck out to me being someone relatively new. Whether you're new to this review style or not, I go at this strictly from a consumer's perspective. I'm just a buyer. I have no stake in anything other than wanting to be generally entertained. This one right off the back captured me right away with a familiar opening, which is, I guess, what you would call right in the midst of the action, something extreme happening to get you hooked and to sort of set you up for what's coming. But you really don't get set up for what's coming in this book. It just smacks you right in the face like an angry Italian girlfriend. Just wham. And every time I turn the page, there came a point when I generally had no idea what's going to happen next. No matter how crazy it got, this thing always throws a curveball at you out of nowhere. And I had to pull back and try to just take in what's coming at me, because it's just like someone hitting a small domino in this line of dominoes that continuously gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So by the time you make it to the end, you're just gonna buy whatever the hell is gonna happen, and a lot of crazy stuff does happen. I put a number of notes throughout this, as you can see, to try to help guide you through this absolute insanity of a book. First off, I think the art is absolutely beautiful. It's stylistic. When I first opened it up, going into it, I've seen Mobius art before, but it's been a while, so I kind of knew what to expect going in. People, they really have a tendency to hype these books up. I was reading another book, a piece of literature alongside this piece of literature that was also very hyped up, and that had a lot of peaks and valleys. And I wonder if somebody going into this completely new would look at this art form and understand sort of the style or the sort of perfection that seems to be going on with a lot of I guess I don't want to say stylistic comics, but we've seen a few on here that are quite premium and try to go for this ultra realistic vibe. And I wonder if other readers just going into this blank will be able to sort of understand that this is a style more than anything. But I enjoy the style all the way through, and it provides some crazy imagery like the one we're seeing right here on the side. And it gets crazier. I marked down a number of these that are just what I'll call WTF moments. But you get insane characters with insane names. Like this gentleman right here is called Kill Wolfhead, which I thought was interesting. We'll be talking about him as we go along, because this is a very, very fast-paced book. And I'm glad that it gives us these sort of like chapters to sort of take a break on. As you can see, it says the Meta Baron right here. This sort of gives us a nice break every I believe it's between like 7 to 15 pages. We're gonna get ourselves a nice little break here to introduce us to the next craziness that all sort of wraps up together quite well for a story that's actually very, very fast-paced.
And this book has a lot of offshoots as well. Like you were talking about Wolfhead.
Kill Wolfhead.
Kill Wolf. Okay, so this one's called Kill Ted the Chien, Kill Doghead. I think that must be a translation here, but this is one of the spin-offs. You got the Meta Barons is one of the spin-off as well.
Before the Inkle and
yes.
Inkle, yeah.
And that's another thing I've noticed about this, and which I was informed by Fred here. Because there would be panels that literally say on the bottom, like, reference material, read this book, and I was like, that's both interesting and confusing of a reader who's in the midst of an ongoing crazy story. So as a general American reader, I'm really not sure how I feel about that. It's like, to further understand this variety of intense WTFness, I have to go out of my way and read this other book.
That's actually very common in Europe. Like bande dessinée, always you always like see previous episode or see this book or that book. Yeah.
Well, they had those American comics too. I mean, they had them in every issue.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just talking strictly from just my own perspective. It was a little off. And speaking of off, I was also talking about the fast-paced nature. From time to time, you just kind of got to go with it. And early on, this was the first go with it moment, because this character here, as far as I know, is on the ground underneath this giant ship trying to get inside. But we don't really get an understanding of exactly where he is, but he propels himself through the air and inserts this porthole perfectly fine, which made me just kind of laugh out loud. And later on, when stuff like that happens, I kind of just went with it. But there's a spirit to this book where at times you kind of just got to go with it. And that is both kind of for and against what I'll say is the fast-paced nature, which I'm going to get into even more. This one is
in his defense, that is a meta baron.
This one is probably one of my favorite trippy sequences that happens here because a thing about this art style too is sometimes when I look at it, like you look at some of the detailed aspects and they look amazing, but when you look at when I stare at it, I feel like, if I give it enough try, I could probably draw that in like a year. But then I see this sort of imagery come to life, and you see that, and you can see where the story starts to blend itself with the art in such a way where it's beyond style is the best way I can say it, especially since what this represents in the story itself and what's going on. I love the color. I love the contrast. I love the imagery, and stuff like this is the kind of stuff that makes me step back and just stare at the art for a while and take it in. So this
just get lost in the imagery. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about comic books is you get murals like these. Something that stands on its own is an absolutely beautiful piece, but then when you know what it means in the comic itself, it's just woven in so naturally that it's this huge punctuation that lands exceptionally well. And this comic does it over and over and over again so well. I see why it's actually held up so high, because it is like a trip, an adventure. You feel like you're on a drug and like you're bouncing around the room because you don't know what's going to happen next. And even this beautiful imagery is representative of something that at this point I didn't know what was going to happen next. And when it hit me, it's like, oh, that's huge. And they're referencing this. So not only is it a beautiful piece that is woven in nicely, but it's referenced later on. So that way it sort of continuously resonates as it goes. It's something that's mentioned multiple times throughout the book. So it's like this mural that continuously echoes beyond the image itself, and I like that a lot. Like I said, that happens a lot. And this one I'm using, this is Amazing Details, and one of the first WTF moments, because I was talking about how I could stare at the page and say, I could draw that, but then I see some amazing details, like stuff on this page here. What a WTF moment when you get introduced to this literal rat queen.
Oh, that's the best.
This book so
She's cool.
far that has felt super hard sci-fi. We get thrown a rat queen, which feels like something right out of Heavy Metal magazine.
Yep.
And this is another punctual moment, and it's beautiful. The detail here showcases the masterful art style behind the creator, the artist, and what they're able to accomplish and bring to life. Drinking some water here. Getting a little
he's
part.
So good, man.
It's really great, and I enjoy it, particularly the use of color, because there's just a lot of color that just is a great symbol of emotion and action that's used extremely well throughout this one. And there's a lot of these.
A lot of the colors are really emotional and do a lot of actions.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
and of course, another beautiful piece. And I'm actually going to use this piece.
That's a cover right there on the right.
Yes, because these were released.
Yeah.
Were they issues, I believe, or
Well,
volumes?
it started it started in a magazine, in Metal Hurlant magazine, which is like the French for heavy metal.
Yeah.
And so they were like releasing small chapters in the magazine, and then they released them as bande dessinée, which is around 48 pages per
They were
section.
bigger though, right? There was like a bigger format, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like 48 pages, something like that.
No, I'm saying like the dimensions, they were a little bigger.
Oh yeah,
right?
so well,
Yeah,
these are so bande dessinée is European. They're kind of like magazine size, but
This is
hardcover.
about magazine size.
Right.
It's a little shorter, but it's
We've got
there.
Miss Katie Did in the
Woo!
chat. Welcome,
What up,
Katie.
Kate?
Nice
Now-
to see you. We'll be heading over to CG After Dark after the show tonight.
Now you mentioned how you showed off because in this book the character was called Kill Wolfhead, and in yours the translation was different, correct?
Kill Doghead, yeah.
Kill Doghead. Okay, there's one thing I should have mentioned early on. This is a translated book, so while judging the writing on here, I am judging strictly this particular translation. I'm not judging the actual writing of the original piece, just the translation. And this is a Peaks and Valley translation. There's a lot of repetition. There's a lot of dry delivery, and there's a lot of a lot of just dialogue being spoken to get to the next point or to describe what you're seeing. A lot of just general, trying to hide the commentary within the dialogue horrifically, not even trying to hide it. And this particular translation is holding this book back. One thing that I really hate, just because it happens over and over again, is they stammer and repeat words. Like a character says, I don't know what's going on. Says, they stammer, they repeat the word over again. Happens like every 5 to 6 pages on this thing. It starts to stick out. And I've never noticed that in a book before, is stammering, too much stammering, but it's all over the place. And I pointed this one out because it was particular repetition. Yes. It's right here, I believe. These characters are basically falling out of the sky and they say, we're going to crash right here. And then you see them falling. And in one of these bubbles, because I'm staring at it upside down, these bubbles are actually pretty small. They just repeat, we're crashing. It's like, you don't need that. You already told us you're crashing. You already said we're going to crash. We're seeing you crash. You can put something else there, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just to say, something different. Maybe that was an exact translation. Either or, it felt weird. And it just feels like this translation's holding the book back. And it would have just been nice to have a bit more effort put in that, because ultimately this is a really great freaking book. And right here I pointed out more translations and clunkiness in a lot of the longer dialogue we get here as well, though they are introducing a pretty cool character, which is called the Prez. Well, not introducing, but showcasing here. And I'm keeping it vague on what this book's about ultimately, because this one you got to read. This one's worth reading.
Yeah,
the adventure is worth it all the way through, even with the repetition. I cringe through it, but also a lot of other people, they don't expect as much from dialogue as I do. So maybe it's something that's not as
and if I can add a little context as well, because you've been doing a lot of reviews for many shows now, and you'd gotten tired of getting books, like recent books that have kind of been letting you down in the script department.
Yeah.
And you came to me and you're like, what's a 10 out of 10 book? Which is a big question. It's like, whoa, that's a good question. Like, what is a 10 out of 10 book? This was the one that came to mind because, first of all, like it's 40 years old almost.
Yeah.
And it's recognized as a real classic. It's European, but it's translated, and there's not a lot of European books that are translated, sadly enough. As much as we get manga over here, the European books are generally unknown here. And this is one of that. It's kind of been universally known as a classic. And well, don't spoil it, but hopefully towards the end you can let us know what your impressions of it were.
But the dialogue is, when it comes to the humor, it's very European, very like Eastern European humor. So it's really dry. So when you read it, you're like, what? Is that supposed to be a joke? It's a little weird, but it's easy to follow in a way. But it does repeat itself.
Yes. And here's some also very awesome imagery and bringing in that hard sci-fi mixed with a bit of fantasy with this fetal character that plays a big role in here. But this is, another demonstration of the craziness you're going to get. This is a larger domino being knocked over towards the you're taking acid department. And it continues.
To be fair, the characters were the creators were probably on.
Yeah,
a
they
lot
probably
of those.
really were on
They
acid.
were.
Yeah.
They were.
Some more WTF-ness with strange geometry. If you know, you know.
The priests.
Yes. And that's actually an interesting aspect of the characters as well, because you're following 7 separate characters. And I'll say this, most of them are interesting to a point, because there comes a time in this story where, like, so much continuously happens that some characters' arcs get wrapped up early on, or they didn't necessarily have personal arcs, that they sort of just feel like they're there for the ride after a while. Like, not all 7 of them are necessary all the time. And they eventually fall into the position of like those Dragon Ball Z characters who are too weak to do anything. So they're just watching the fight. You kind of get that with some of them. Luckily, like they said, the dialogue isn't bad. It is kind of dry. I don't know if that's translation issues. I'm just going to blame strictly translation. But another thing that also happens a lot in here, let's see if I actually have it marked at all, another beautiful art piece, is because there's so much that actually goes on. Let's see, is this it? What do I got here? Awesome. Clunky dialogue. Yeah, more clunky dialogue. There's a lot of clunky dialogue throughout this. Most of these back here are just awesome set pieces. But the book actually flows a bit too fast in some regards. In more than one incident, you'll have this thing that takes like 3 or 4 pages to happen. And then it just, in a single page of conversation, it's wrapped up strictly through dialogue. That happens towards the end with a huge, I would say one of, if not the last big WTF arc, where it's literally all wrapped up through dialogue.
Yeah.
And then the world is saved. And it's like quick dialogue rapidly. I'm like, okay, this is a bit too damn convenient. There's another one where a character is literally murdered on one page, and the next page he's brought back to life. Luckily, the character himself takes it personally and doesn't get over it, and it kind of fuels him for what his final arc is. That's good, but it would be nice if other people would just recognize that he died and came back to life in an instant. Stuff like that just keeps going and going and going, and it's both good and at times to a fault. There's a lot of characters who don't do anything after a while, or are not strong enough to do anything and are along for the ride. And there's a lot of big events that are wrapped up quickly that I think should kind of be dragged out a bit more. Huge, big enemy fight towards the end. I think this is the beginning of that, which I like a lot, but that also suffers from the quick pacing, because it's like, oh, you defeated me, but did you know that I've unleashed this power across the universe that we mentioned I could do, but never set up that I would do? Well, it's done already. I did it off screen while you were doing something else. And I didn't tell you till I died. So it's kind of stuff like that. But and this
I
one
did it off screen, bitch.
I did it off screen. You can't stop me off screen now, can you?
Right.
I did it off panel. This one I pointed out because it just had a shit ton of panels. And I pointed out as a good thing, because I actually, for this sort of story, I feel like it needs a shit ton of panels at a point, and it gives it to us. And I think this is around the time it goes down this really trippy freaking road, where time gets warped. Like, stuff that should have taken maybe 50, 60 years seems to happen like in a couple days time. And then, but at that point, like I said, there's a spirit to it that eventually you just got to go with it. And I went with it. This is actually the 2-page spread where the single conversation happens and just completely resolves it here. And it ends around here and resolves everything. that affected billions of people, just resolved in a single conversation. So the ending,
insane.
I want to say it's insane, but I'm going to be honest. I've read too many stories, and maybe too many that have been inspired by this.
That's the thing. This one has
thinking
inspired a lot.
About a moment that happens early on in this book about how a particular item that this is named after, the Incal, ends up in the hands of our main character. He talks about it while he's banging what's called a homeo whore. And the thing is, this scene was just so the first WTF. Oh, what is this about? This scene kept popping in my head because it comes out of nowhere. And this one character is like, and it is early on in the book, first couple pages, you're going to see this right away. He's like, you need to have this. This is meant for you. Only you. This involves the entire universe. Like, why is this one character talking to this other character? And through the entire book, this is never brought up again. So it makes me think it has something to do with the absolute ending. And it does. And the ending, I guessed about this way through of the book, because it's like, if they don't ever address this, there's only one thing it can really be with this much craziness going on and the actual power that they're dealing with and that they explicitly say they're dealing with, that crazy idea that could easily explain that could happen. And that's the exact ending. I guess the ending a quarter of the way through, and it landed kind of flat for me. It's like, oh, it's exactly what I thought it would be. And I had to ask myself a question because I finished this maybe three weeks ago.
Oh, you're breaking up here a little bit, James.
You're roboting.
Okay.
Start again.
Don't be mad at
You
us.
are roboting hard.
Could you go back to the beginning of the book and start the presentation
Absolutely.
again?
So, everybody, this is a magnificent book we checked out called The Incal.
I got robot legs.
Okay, am I still roboting?
No, you're
No,
a
no,
little
you're
bit, but we can understand you now. It's just that one sentence got cut off a bit.
Okay, so I've read this 7 days prior to the review, and I had to think, did any of this stuff that I read, knowing what the ending is, does that actually justify it? Like, does all that actually affect the ending? Or is the ending just one of those things that you just write into place and you can fill out a bunch of WTFness? And basically, I came to that conclusion of, well, just flipping through and reading it again, absorbing it. I read this thing twice in 2 weeks' time. And I'd say 90% of the stuff does ultimately affect the ending. Not everything, but 90% of it does. It would be nice if some of the characters who towards halfway of the book just kind of like, all right, I'm going to sit on the sidelines now and say shit, if they kind of had more to do. But ultimately, I see why this is considered a masterpiece, because in a lot of ways it is. The translation, I believe, holds it back. The ending, not the most original ending anymore. Okay, anymore.
It's pretty. If you understand what the meaning is, why it's like a cycle, and lessons learned is basically what the book is about. I don't know, something about it. It's one of my
other
favorites.
people's commentary aside, as I've stated, I'm just going in this from an average, ordinary consumer, and I seen that. You see the themes, and it makes it rereadable. But a lot of stuff has been inspired by this, and I've ran into a lot of it along the way. And ultimately, I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. Maybe if I spoke French and read the original one, because I think to a degree, if you really want to appreciate this, you might actually have to. I can't necessarily say that completely, but overall, this would get a 900,000 on the Richter scale, because it is a rereadable book. It leaves you I wouldn't say wanting more, but wanting to start all over and see how everything just proceeds from there. It honestly feels like it could have used another 50 to 100 pages in between to sort of give some of the moments a bit more breathing room because of how rapidly it
And
ran
that's
through.
probably why you had some spin-offs, so many spin-offs. in this book.
Maybe. It is a universe you do want to go back to after a while because it's not just an average science fiction space opera universe. There's a lot of fantasy elements woven throughout it, and different societies and peoples that are introduced, and interesting organizations that you can see the acid trip and how it's just kind of laid over everything. I want to read a book about the weird egghead guys who worship
the techno priests.
I want to find out more about the techno city and things like that, before it all got absolutely wrecked. So this one's worth checking out. It is slightly more on the pricier side, but you are getting a lot of book here. This cost me just a tad under $40, being that it is one of the more sort of iconic books. It usually holds its value.
Dude, that's a good price for 300 pages.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive. The hardcover,
they
like
can
50,
get
60 bucks,
they can get pretty expensive. But I looked at it; a used copy runs slightly the same as a new copy, so it does hold its value. As a book, which is something to say for a comic book in general. Because they are not known for holding their value that well. I should know. I bought a lot of the cheaper.
Wait, are you saying I can't resell my ISOM copies and get my money back?
Well, you can try. Put them up for sale. But that's the InCal, ladies and gentlemen. It was quite the interesting read. I'll probably read it again. It's worth picking up a copy in your language. Probably better if you speak French. But if you see it on sale, scoop it up because the story's trippy.
That's obvious because everything's better when you speak French.
That's what they say.
Whoa.
Yeah, except for wars.
Except for backing out of World War II. Thanks.
Hey, we were on the right side. You guys just picked the wrong one. General Patton, you were right.
But to jump on James is, I think this story is one of the best comics in I don't know, by my lifetime. The story's insane. John DeFool, the whole the foolish man, goofy, basically the Paul Giamatti, that's his character, and just fumbles upon stuff and gets into trouble. I don't know, something about that character and the weird, wacky fantasy science fiction, kind of sexualized in a way because it's European. But
that's actually one thing I forgot to mention is it's not gratuitously sexual.
No, but it has parts where it's like, what the funky, weird,
Yeah, if this was made by an American today, you'd have way more just random tits in your face for no reason.
That's what people don't get about European.
Yeah.
The sex is never gratuitous.
It's subliminal.
It's part of life. It happens.
Speaking about American, though, next week we are going to check out
Hold on, I have more questions though.
Finally came in. We will next week. We're gonna check out a comic that's been in the mail for a while. Finally arrived, and that is Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. Nice. This is the foil cover, and there is a lot to say about this comic next week. Check it out. We're going to review it. Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre.
That name is insane.
Who wrote that, by the way?
It's amazing.
This one is
Frank Miller.
Let's see if it says who because it has names at the top, but none of them say writer. Fearless, Fred Kennedy, and James Edward Clark are your creators on this one.
Okay, so it's in no way connected to the Florida Man series by Mike Barron.
No, probably not. No, but
series, yeah.
This one's going to be fun to talk about. We'll be talking about it next week. Come check it out with us or pick up a copy and read along with us as we go through it. It's about $5.99 at Mad Cave Comic Books.
Nice.
So Corey Barton says the cover doesn't look too great. There's no babes. Are there any babes inside the book?
Yeah, there's babes. There's babes for
There
people
are
who want
things
babes.
outside of babes, Corey. There's like meaning to life, and
Well, that's totally a Patrick thing to say, though.
yeah, I guess very gay. Wow, what a gay thing to say.
Yeah, don't be a homo now.
There's only babes. You're a pussy for saying otherwise.
And I'm curious, Scribe, as well, because you went in and you read it twice, right? You're like 2.5 times in. Is that
Yeah, I'm reading it again because it's an inspiration, that story. I don't. It's just wild, man.
Yeah.
It's just a wild story. I'm telling you, the techno priest part is insane. I recommend it. The ending is just. I don't want to say what it is because Patrick didn't read it or whoever else. It's insane. To me, it's like when I first read it, I'm like, what? I got to do this again?
Yeah, don't spoil it because some of that, like, I'm a big fan of the geometric sci-fi stuff. Like, how
it's more feeling than sci-fi to me.
Well,
it's more of like his journey and like the wackiness he gets into, and like you feel like, is he going to make the right choice?
It reminds me way more of classic fantasy journey.
Yes, it's Philip K. Dick. I guarantee you he got that from Total Recall because that was the original story, was to have a bumbling buffoon.
Yeah.
So the original movie was supposed to have Paul Giamatti.
That's why it's like you see a lot of the stuff that's borrowed from this throughout culture.
Yeah, everybody borrowed from this.
A
Star
lot of
Wars,
this-
Blade Runner, everybody borrowed from this.
And a lot of what's in this story is stuff that he wanted to put in his Dune movie, but couldn't. So
Yep.
this is kind of like the outlet for what he couldn't make in the movie. And you were saying, Patrick, the geometric stuff, there's a lot of sacred geometry in this. And there's a big overlay of the tarot. Jodorowsky's a big fan of the tarot. And the main character, as you said, Scribe, is a fool. And his name is literally D-Fool. D-I-F-O-O-L. So he's totally representing the first card in the set of the tarot, coming in without any knowledge, without any preconceptions. And he's just thrown in this,
incredible adventure
that I don't want to give away too much as well.
I was just mostly referencing the way that spaceships and things are drawn, because
it's very
I've noticed
weird.
that most people, like, they do the Star Wars method or the Warhammer method, both of which I love, but it's like highly complex.
The
Star
Star Wars
Wars
method was more based on box, like more like whatchamacallit, like port stuff and stuff, like shipping stuff. That's what it was based on. Yeah.
And that's because it's based on what we have as modern modern technology today. But I've noticed that the things that really stand out to me when you talk about like spaceships and stuff, and I've seen one in real life, so this is probably why I'm so obsessed with it. But like, it's all very like simple and geometric. Like it just looks fucking otherworldly because it's so simple. And I think that's one of the reasons I like Dune's aesthetic so much, because they go back to that. They go back to just like, oh no, it's just a fucking circle.
And
it's cool.
So
it's awesome.
if you haven't seen the documentary Jodorowsky's Dune, I highly recommend it as a creator. And like, because the artist of this book here, Moebius, did a storyboard of the Dune film, which is a huge brick. Like it's what, I don't know, 500, 600 pages.
Yeah.
That brick, there was 3 copies of it, and it made the rounds in Hollywood.
Like the Moebius?
Yeah.
This is Moebius. This is the artist of this book right here.
You're saying it wrong. It's
Moebius.
Moebius.
Say Mo. And then say Bias.
Moebius. He's French, Patrick.
You tried. It's okay.
Okay. It's not. You can see literally. It's written literally on the title of the book right here.
Moebius.
B-I-U-S.
You freaking stupid Americans.
Like Moby us,
Right.
Mobius.
Like if the band Moby was all of us. That's.
I was trying to make a.
Don't ever say that again.
I was trying to make a point here.
We're all Moby.
Ain't none of you niggas is Mobius.
Wow. Oh,
sorry.
You got excited.
I think
there.
I'd love to see it. Can you go ahead and just show me it? Go ahead and show me the picture. Show me it.
I will only show you an eighth.
I'm very curious. Let's go ahead and see it. Come on. The eye. I feel like a broken hyperlink.
You're going to be a raving lunatic for about 3 or 4 hours, but hey, we're at Walmart. They're used to that kind of thing.
There you have it.
Nice.
Yes, that's
Where
what
did
it
that
felt
come
like.
from?
That's what it felt like reading this. I put that together before the stream. I forgot to mention it, but that's what it felt like reading this. It's a trip. It really is about the journey. I'll be honest. It really doesn't matter what the ending is because that was my least favorite part, but I'd still reread it, which is saying something because there's a lot of books where the ending is my least favorite part and I'd never reread it. This is literally one where it's more about the journey. And yeah, pick it up. Join the journey, folks.
Join the journey. Yeah, I recommend it, Patrick. You'll love it.
So I got a question for you.
You may predict the ending if you're a Philip K. Dick fan.
Yeah.
I usually don't engage with Dick that much, but
I thought you liked Dick. James, does this turn you on to like reading the Meta Barons?
Does this turn you on? What?
That's so great.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, yellow.
He was a bit too perfect,
that's a
other than
color.
his emotional issues. If I'm being honest, I was more interested in our flawed protagonist because you didn't know what he was going to do next.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I also should say it has a really good third arc because we do have a flawed protagonist, this gentleman here, and he's very much a passive character through most of this, very much being pushed forward by the people he's around. But the ending makes him a very active character, which is what you want to see in any good story, because your hero can't just be having shit happen to him. Eventually, he has to enter a position where he has to be affecting the world around him. And he
Indiana Jones.
and he does affect the world around him, but you always kind of felt like he was pushed by other people into those situations and not really given much of a choice. In the ending, does or say the third arc, instead of the absolute ending, does a really good job and is a great example of how you take a passive character and turn him into an active hero. Does a good job in that regard.
I'm going to address Corey here real quick. So Corey, I've been doing a. I'm just going to keep you up to date. Let's give you a tour of the drawing table.
Give him a
here
tour
real quick. I've got a Zorro image here with a vampire that I've been playing around with, kind of shadows, trying to see what I can get with like a simplified style. I got, of course, these characters by Patrick Quinlan. We got Minotaur and Blue Rose, of course.
Can I ask a question?
No, this is not a question and answer
My
period.
bad. Okay.
You should have seen the rules. You should, if you were here early
I
and
didn't
on
read the
time,
rules.
Patrick.
He doesn't read the
Sorry,
rules.
okay.
He
I
doesn't
You can
follow
ask a
other
question,
rules,
but
and I go, "That's not for me."
He's a rebel. He don't follow rules.
All right, go
What's the matter
ahead,
with you?
Patrick. I'll make an exception this time.
So you, Frederick, have drawn the turnarounds for me, which is incredibly amazing and useful for all of the people who draw any of these characters. But you chose to put these characters in their C suit V1 instead of the second version. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just wondering why.
He's saying to do it over again. That's what he's saying.
I know, right? There's no
No,
gratitude.
not
Like,
even, not at
That's
all.
what you said. That's what you said.
I'm just curious. Like, did you like the design of the C suit one?
I love
better?
them, dude. Like so
Better than the new design that they're all going to get in 3.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen them in the book yet with the new designs. So, you know, like when I see them in action, it'll, you know, it's kind of like the X-Men when they get a suit change, you know?
Yeah.
I just grew attached to these ones, seeing them, because this is what they're wearing when they're coming out with their powers in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I like the tubing. I like the chrome. I like the general look of it. And you know what I was thinking when I was drawing these? And this is no joke. And I'm not saying this as a compliment because, you know, honestly, I'm trying to avoid saying anything nice to be quite frank. But I'm kind of getting like the vibes from these characters. They're kind of like the X-Men of CG. Like there's a team aspect to it, and there's a rivalry. Like they don't really like each other, but they still work well together in the context of the story, right? And I'm digging Blue Rose. This is the second time I've drawn her outside of the turnaround. I did a little tiny little pinup that came with one of the previous books, Back Phenomenon and Phenomenal Tales, everybody. So I'm really digging her a lot. I like the tubing. It's really like 90s superhero style. Chrome is always fun to draw.
Looks cool, man. Energy coming out of the hands.
Yeah,
her Plazrad,
Plazrad.
Is she coming out with a book too, Patrick? Like a solo book?
I have a lot. I've like got 3 different, pans in the fire. That's not the right phrase, but for what's the next Phenomenal Tales. But I'm not even really thinking about it right now because I got to finish what I got.
Well, if you ever need an artist for Blue Rose, hit me up. I'd love to draw her.
If I do a Blue Rose one, but it'll be like a flashback. It'll be.
You
like
said doo-doo.
Stupid.
I did. Guilty as charged.
And here is Razum. So she's coming out with a book in Rattel #1. She's one of the secondary characters in that story. And this is just a fun little pinup thing I did for one of the streams. Since I'm not doing any pages these days, I'm kind of just doing fun pinups like this. And this is
whoa.
Damn.
No, she's wearing these like stripper things pasted on. It's not her nipples.
That's stupid.
So get your mind out of the drawer.
No, it's just
got her.
It's got a great personality. It looks like.
Yeah, she's got a good mind.
No, she's got a terrible personality.
She's got a good mind.
Good personality.
Right.
Yeah,
He's
right.
real with it. She looks
she's
very
smart.
philosophical.
Yeah, she's got a good head on her shoulders. I'm gonna
This
take her home
is
to mom.
this is actually Black Medusa. She's gonna have her snakes coming out of her.
Corey's losing it right now.
I'm actually kind of excited to eventually see her with.
You're excited.
the
Stop
regular hair.
lying. James is like, I'm a little excited. It hit the table underneath.
All the pictures we've seen of her have been with the snakes. I want to see her actual hair. I want to see what it looks like. What's her hairstyle?
Well, you see her in the first book. She doesn't activate the snake, so you actually see her with her normal hairdo. So you will see that in a couple of weeks. Like the files are at the printers as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. And I've just sent out images for the trading cards as well. So
I wonder if what I'm imagining is anything close to what you actually set for her. Yeah. What I have in mind is, Zaza beats Domino and Deadpool 2?
Yes.
Is it like that at all, or am I off?
She was so hot.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I mean, she's got restas. Yeah.
Let's get back to this person's, extremities.
Yeah, so her snakes are going to be coming out here.
Right. The snakes. Yeah. I'm more focused downstairs. Right.
Oh, right. So I drew her hands here in perspective to kind of draw attention.
I think they need to be bigger, Patrick. Just a little, so she could be holding them, like they're big enough, they're expanding her hands, so she's like kind of guiding them towards you.
I just like what if like women, part of their biological difference was that they had like hands equal to the size of their boobs. Like what
you're saying you want to genetically enhance women?
No,
okay. No, it's cool. I'm down.
How funny would it be if like girls with huge tits had just like
huge hands? Hey, what's up, y'all? Give me a high five. You want a hand job? It's like huge.
Then they would make. Then she would make a great masseuse.
Let me rub your butt.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking of that Seinfeld episode with the girl with
with the girl's hand.
Right.
It's so nasty.
He's like, right, you are, Ryan. You see what I have to deal with? This is what I have to work with, Ryan.
That girl's got some Dolly Parton hands.
Hey, that's what happens. You got the commandos here,
Yes, Steve. Girls with no boobs just have nubs.
It's just it's like little fingers. It's like ball hands. What about saggy boobs?
I'm sorry.
What about saggy boobs? So if they got saggy,
I'm gonna 3D print your vagina with my 3D printer. I'm gonna 3D
How the fuck did you see that for the first time? That's what I want to know. What does your algorithm look like?
I need to like get my show on a new show. Let's put us like the giant up.
Oh.
Then Frederick's gonna hop on there with a little tune about 3D printing space bugs or something.
Talking about hands and boobs.
I just gotta, like Twitter's the best, man. That's where we got the Sabrina clip for the first time. I think 2 years ago, something like that.
You see what she looks like now? She looks good still.
She does, dude.
She's like 94.
She's my outro clip. We love the Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Yeah,
Sabrina. Look, I'm telling you, if we all save up like $400 each, probably get her on the stream.
Oh my God.
Let's tell Matt to bring her to Fans Fest.
Dude.
If that was a real option, I would.
It might be.
Dude, she's a washed up musician. Trust me.
Whoa! She's a rare talent. And
listen. You give her a couple thousand and a flight here, she'll do it. I guarantee you.
A flight. She has to get online.
Have you seen her crowds? A couple of thousand. Have you seen her crowds?
That's in Europe. Nobody knows who she is here. They just know her.
They don't need to know who she is.
That is true.
She can make money in Europe.
We know who she is here.
Like Matt, listen. We have this host called Sabrina. We want to fly her out from Italy.
Why? Why are you flying her out? This is a freaking
There's a
remote
podcast.
show.
No, not here for the Fans Fest.
So we're having a conference with all of the CG people, Comicsgate.
Should I do a live review? Go over there, do a live review.
Sure.
Hell yeah! It's in Atlantis, right? That's where it's happening.
Atlantis, AC, Atlantic City. Atlantis.
Frederick's like, I'm out. I thought it was Atlantis.
I already got my.
I've been wanting to go to Atlantis all my life, and now you're telling me that's not where it is,
bro. Atlantis was a hub of fucking degeneracy, and it got what it fucking deserved.
I already said I wanted to go, Patrick. You don't have to keep selling it to me.
How do you know? Were you there?
I read all about Atlantis, bro. I know what Atlantis
From
was.
who? Where do you get this literature?
Aristotle, my brother.
Aristotle.
You mean Plato?
I do mean Plato. You're right.
Aristotle.
What are you doing in here? Well, don't stare.
That's when we're going to be seeing Sabrina at the 4th Fans Fest. Maybe.
That's going to be me the first time I have sex after 8 years.
Look, all we got to do is get her on the stream. Forget that fan fest. We're the fans. This is the festival.
And speaking of having her on the outro, we're nearing that time of the end of the show, folks, that I call a shield time.
Hit it!
Fucking shit! Oh, there they are. Look at these gorgeous sons of bitches.
Obviously, we're promoting the Nostradamus effect tonight, despite Chris.
Pizza.
I mean, Chris has said he's not gonna get into production since this is not meeting the goal. But you know, I was gonna say back it, everybody, but if he's not going, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But we do support him, and hopefully he'll come back and do a another campaign that's going to knock it out of the park. So we'll keep promoting that as we do. It's right, Tank. Electricity's in the air. And we're going to go through everybody here, and you can promote what you've got working on. So tell us what you're working on and where can people find you. Let's start with you, Sir James.
Yes. Check out the show within a show, and that is Negative Space. These are all the comic books I'm going to review along the way. All of these are lined up to be reviewed. All these comic books here, and then some. These are dozens. Okay, so come back, because there's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to be checking out, and a lot of stuff that may get torn asunder on this very stream in the coming weeks. But next, you're going to want to stop by so we can check out Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. It's going to be a massacre. You're going to love it, folks. Come over here and watch.
That's just fun to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. Right.
That's a title.
That's a title. And in the mail are 2 other issues, because I actually don't think this alone is enough to review the book and get like an overall experience, if you are, an overall taste of what this is about. So we're gonna get 2 other issues coming in before the next review. Come back for that one, folks, right here. Hit that like button, share with your friends, share it with people you despise, that you love. It'll bring you together. It'll stop World War III. This is the channel here, folks. So share it with everybody. Share it with NATO. Right, there you go.
Well said. And let's go with Scribe Comics. Scribe, you've got a comic in the works. Do you not?
I do, my friends. Keep posted. Doing a show Saturday, of course, the Commandos, 8:30 p.m. and Sundays with Ben Herrera at 10:30 a.m. We'll be posting up a new page on Sunday, so come check it out.
Just given times on 2 different time zones without specifying the time.
Oh, I'm sorry, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And,
yeah, he's a time zone snob, Frederick.
But the 10:30 is Pacific time.
It's
right?
Pacific Standard Time. Yes.
Yeah.
With Ben, and we'll be releasing a couple pages. We're showing you guys on air, so come check it out.
That is cool. I'm looking forward to that one. That one's going to be different. I
got some colors, bro. Wait till you see the color pages. You're gonna lose it. So I'm gonna surprise. Yeah.
Who's doing colors for you?
Ferry Rendell.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook you up with him actually.
I got Peter.
He's doing the colors?
Peter's my guy, bro.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Peter does all my colors.
Oh.
I was gonna make a joke, but Zever Comics beat me to it.
They're very specific. That's right. Yes. Specific.
That's right, Draw Zombie. We're on New York time. Like, this is the East Coast. This is where the whole continent wakes up. So get with it, everybody.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
And where can people find you, Scribe?
Scribe Comics on Twitter. That's where you can find me. Come find me. Come follow.
That's right. I found him and I stole his whole wizard collection.
Bastard.
I'm reselling it on eBay right now. And Mr. Patty Q, Patrick Quinlan, or Rob on FMC.
No, it's ROB on FMC, which is about to close out very soon. I've shared the 3K and the 5K stretch goals. I think what we're going to do with this here, I shared it with you just now, what we're going to do with this Vasilis Lolos pinup, beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Wow.
Is send that as a poster if I can make that work. If not, it'll be a card. And all the cards for my comics all have the same like statistics and everything. So you can compare the Watiko to Minotaur if you wanted to, and see who would win that fight.
And you can even write your own RPG with it.
Good. Yeah. So this is, it's a beautiful, spectacular piece by Vasilis Lolos. And I don't know if you guys have taken a peek.
Zombie Boy has an anatomical question for you.
Well, this actually, I'm glad you asked that, Draw Zombie. Where is his dick? Well, there are people who care more about sex than other things. Corey wouldn't understand this, Corey Barton, but the Wetiko cares more about rending your flesh from your bones and consuming it. And so his dick fell off. You asked.
It's somewhere in the woods.
All right.
You've got
And
the
can
Ethan
you?
Van Sciver cover is well underway.
I was gonna ask.
He's like,
I was gonna ask.
gracious. He's
Yeah.
like halfway done with that shit.
And is that going to be like a closeout special? What are you doing with this cover?
Oh no. So what's going to happen is I'm closing out this version of River of Blood. Everything on this campaign will not be available in the next campaign. There will be no deluxe edition. There will be all these, like this, for instance.
Wait, what do you mean there will be no deluxe? I backed the deluxe edition.
No, I'm saying like after this campaign, you won't be able to ever get it again. So after this campaign, what we're going to do is we're going to do a combo launch, because River of Blood is taking me longer than I'd hoped, but it's not Peter's fault. It's my
Welcome
fault.
to the show. Yeah.
Because, you know, it's just a matter of like, you got to pay a man for his work. And I pay people before they work for me. Generally speaking. And so, you know, I just got to get the money to pay him, and that's that. So, you know, River of Blood is certainly going to come out before the end of this year. I'd probably say like October, I would say at this point. I had to move that from July to October. But it's all me. It's nothing to do with any kind of weird shit. So what we're going to do is we're going to relaunch. We're going to do a second chance campaign for River of Blood, which will also be the one and only first chance campaign for Phenomenon 3, which, can I show you guys something else?
And that's all the time for the show today, everybody. Thank you for coming.
That's so messed up. Come on.
You'll like this. You'll like this.
I know. I'm just kidding, Patrick.
I'm so stoked about this. This is like.
Are you about to post up some Corey bait?
No, I'm about to like give a reveal here.
Ooh, yeah. This is.
Yeah.
I've seen the black and white.
So, Frederick, don't say anything, but does anybody else here, without looking at the signature, does anybody know who did this? You can tell by his style.
Can you blow it up a little more?
Oh, sure.
Dan Lawless.
Nope.
Really?
Nice guess, though. Nice guess.
Huh. Wait, go up, go down, go down.
Dan usually has a more painterly finish.
Yeah.
Well, so Peter colored this, but the
okay.
black and white, the inks were done by a different spectacularly talented individual.
Interesting. I don't know.
Nobody?
I don't know. Ah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The fucking Aaron Lopresti cover for
Dude.
Phenomenon 3, ladies and gentlemen. Colored by Peter Gilmore. It is just like literally this is what my brain said, and then they did it. And it's just so spectacular.
It looks awesome, dude.
I love the title
really
behind the background as well.
Yes.
That's cool. Like it gives a depth to the page, to the cover.
Yes. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. That's what's going on with me.
Awesome, man. You got a lot going on, dude. Like honestly, this is your year, Patrick. You've been like knocking it out the park. It seems like every month you've got something happening that's kind of like mind-blowing, more than the previous month. So love to see it, man.
Yes. Thank you. It's awesome. I'm very excited.
What band is that you have on a shirt? What is that? Was that band called Soundgarden? They had a couple songs, right? They were pretty big.
You know,
Pearl Jam is better though.
Hey, so when we get to for the Fans Fest, Cash Me Outside. How about that?
Did they do Black Hole Sun?
Did they do a song? Yeah, some black something with a
Did I
hole?
tell you to see them live before he died? They were like, "Who wants?" You know, it was the time for the encores, and he was like, "All right, we played a lot of songs, a lot of B lists. Anybody want Black Hole Sun?" And everybody was like, "Yeah," except for me. I was like, whatever. And then he goes, "Well, we're not going to play it because it's overplayed." And I start laughing like so loud. And people looking at me like, "You son of a bitch. We wanted to listen to Black Hole Sun."
Did they ever play Jesus Christ Pose? Did they ever play
did
like the
not
first?
They didn't play that and Slaves and Bulldozers. Those are the two that I really wish I'd seen.
They were like, that was like metal Soundgarden. That's when they were like metal. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys can find me on YouTube and X as Logos Comics. We do the Comics Gate Commandos, 8:30 p.m. EST every Saturday. Woo. So yeah,
It's a great show. Do we have? Can you announce next week's guest, or is that not out yet?
Now I'm very stupid, so I might be wrong about this, but I don't think we have a guest for this week.
Okay.
What?
You got so disappointed there, Scrub.
Yeah, I was a little pissed off right now. Now I'm coming to St. Louis right now.
Wait,
I'll be there in a little bit. All right?
knock knock. No, I have to go double check my DMs, but I'm pretty sure I don't have a guest for this week. My bad. It happens.
Get somebody with a book out.
That's true. I might have to ask somebody. We'll see. I kind of want to relax. It's been a fucking couple of weeks there.
Yeah, I mean the shows without guests are fun too. Sometimes they change the pace up a little bit. We get to talk a little bit more relaxed.
Right. That's why I'm not like too
That's true.
stressed about getting a guest. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't take guests for 2 months after the holidays. Like I was just like chilling. It's just been the crew, me drawing here. And now we just got back into it. Now we've had guests, I think, for the past 3 weeks or something like that. And it's cool. I love to promote people. I love to have them on and, steal their ideas and all that.
Yeah, right.
But, it's good sometimes to just be the gang and hang out. And
yeah. And there's a lot of campaigns too that, we have them on one time and we talk a lot about the campaign, but then we don't ever talk about it again.
Yeah, it's true.
I think there's a lot of campaigns out there that we could just kind of go over and, just talk about, even without a guest there. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Perfect.
Awesome, man. Love to hear it. And that brings us to Mr. Wrangler, aka Frequency Studios. Wrangler 212. What are you working on, Mr. Wrangler? And where can people track you down and start stalking you?
Well, you can stalk me over on Amazon, where I got 2 books out right now. I got Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. They are magic-fueled sci-fi adventures. Very Metroidvania-like. I like to call them lit Metroidvanias, but they're good for all ages, whether you're an adult or a kid. You can share them with your kids and not worry about anything in there being too off the wall, like so many in the YA genre like to do. However, I am currently working on book 3, and you see Elizabeth there on the right-hand side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is what she looks like now. She's all grown up.
Oh.
There you go, Corey. Don't get too frisky with her because she'll kick your butt. But
she's got a lot of pouches.
Thank you for that beautiful illustration there.
She's got a great mind, great personality.
Wow, it's been so long. I forgot that I drew that one.
She seems like a gentle lady and a scholar at the same time.
She got a degree.
Well, she is pretty smart. But she will be the main character for the most part in book 4. Book 3. We got Corey's approval. All right. Looks like you did it right there, Frederick.
Yeah. Corey, you got to clean out your keyboard. Those keys are getting stuck because you got too much peanut butter in them.
Oh, God.
Yep. So,
Jesus Christ.
So Haley and Elizabeth are all grown up now, and book 3, Elizabeth will be taking the main character position.
That looks cool.
And Haley will be in book 4 on a mission with the United States Stellar Marshals, doing their first off-world assignment. So we got more stuff in the pipeline, hoping to have that book 3 out by the end of this year. And you can also follow me over on Substack under Frequency Studios, where I got these. Oh, it's not coming up. That's why, because I don't have the window open. All right. I was going to say these guys, but I don't have that picture there. All right, where I got 2 other characters who are dealing with a missing persons case in LA, some LA detectives. You can go check that out, that short story over there. And also on my X Twitter, you can follow me there. I'm under Frequency Studios. Just drop the first E and it should come right up. And also my YouTube channel at Wrangler212. Every week, Monday night at 8:05 Eastern, we do the weekly Wing It. Sometimes we have subject matter lined up. Other times we just show up and are just as surprised by what we do as you are. So come join us. It's a hangout stream. every now and then I get a little reckless and drop the link to the panel in the live chat so people can just hop in with us. Not too often, but every once in a while I get dumb and do that. So if you're there when I do that, you can hop on the panel with us. Anyway, that's pretty much everywhere I am, and you can check out my books on Amazon. Look up Bad Kitty Frequency Studios; they'll pop right up. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you, Frederick.
Ryan is asking, she is shooting a kitty.
Oh yeah, she is.
Yes, she is.
That's a cool little gun too.
It's an arm-mounted potato gun that launches more than just potatoes.
She got a good personality, yeah. Good for her.
She absolutely does.
It's my new line.
Right, great mind.
She will kick your butt in a game of Tetris. I can guarantee it.
Yeah. She can. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Wow, Patrick.
Where are you going there, Patrick?
Oh, fun.
No, but your show is a lot of fun to be on, Wrangler. It's very chill. It's very relaxed. It's just people talking, and it's nice.
That's because I never have any idea what we're going to do until we start doing it.
That's always good.
That might be the trick. That might be the yeah.
Frederick, what are you doing? You got to fix her.
So I can fix her.
No, I mean fix her. You know what I mean?
I can fix her.
I mean, you gotta like enlarge
naked.
some things.
She's not naked. She's wearing these tiny little stripper things that stick on.
Right. They got little tassels too, or what? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me.
Yeah,
she comes out as an agent of evil with all these snakes for hair and doing voodoo magic, and all those guys are like, I can fix her.
See, look, Draw Zombie's like bigger.
Well,
bigger is better, dude. Come on.
When we start getting super chats, I'll start making them bigger.
He's gonna make them bigger every super chat. Cup size.
Is that count on the Commando show?
Yeah, we should do that.
Oh, great!
But it has to be my own. I gotta. What's my Ko-fi? I gotta start putting. See, my comic. I'm just.
You want bigger? There you go. There's bigger.
I'm just getting done with. Yeah, there we go. That's another way to say it.
That's a big set of luggage right there.
And I'm just getting done with my comic book, and I think that's going to free up a lot of mental space too. And I'm going to be able to focus on other stuff and start getting my act together again, and start new pages. Man, I'm so psyched to get started on
nude pages.
Yeah, you heard me.
You're modeling nude.
That's right.
Wait, what's going on?
So I'm talking with the printer. I'm getting cards out. Rattel comic, Rattel #1 is coming out today. I think was the last day you could actually support it on Fund My Comic as well, 28th. So if you don't get it today, you're going to miss out on the first printing, and that's okay. I might have a couple of copies for the Fans Fest. We'll see. But I need someone to bring him to me. So I need somebody in the States who wants to put a couple of boxes in his back of his car.
I'll do that.
Awesome.
See?
No, that worked
what a
pretty
great
well.
personality this girl has, though.
Yeah,
I'm looking at her resume. She's really skilled.
Whoa! Push that picture up a second there. I want to see her knees.
You see what? You want to see her what?
Knees.
Her knees?
Her knees. Yeah. Keep going. You can keep going a little bit there.
Hold on, I gotta adjust something. Sometimes when you look at a drawing on screen, you notice things that you weren't noticing. Like
she had a magnum badge there.
She had a little bulge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why you fix your drawing as you go.
It looks great. It looks spectacular.
He wants to see the knees.
I know.
I know.
I saw what I did too.
Draw Zombie's asking about her apparel.
Is that a pearl necklace?
Camel was low.
Wow. Well, she did live by the ocean, so.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Watch out, big cock. No, it's not that kind of.
Whoa.
Draw Zombie, why are you always so subtle? You know you can come out and say it, right?
You don't have to beat around the bush.
Right. I think he's beating around something else right
He's
now.
beating up in the bush. All right, so Rattel comic, get it today. It's the last day, and find me on
segue.
Pretty much every show.
Look at those things.
We're gonna be hopping on to CG After Dark on Katie Did's channel. Go check that out.
Oh, it's
Tune
right now,
in.
right?
It's probably happening now. We're already late, so we're gonna end the stream. Thank you everybody for coming on. It's been a wild and fantastic show. Thank you, James, for giving us a review of the Incal. It's been a long awaited. I do hope you get interested in checking out the Meta Barons. That's a whole other series that I'd be interested in getting your review on that. Who knows? Maybe in the future it'll happen. Thanks for Patrick for coming on. Always happy to have you on as a guest co-host. I'm glad to see your books are doing so well, man. It's thrilling to see all the art that you're attracting with your stories. It's been quite a wild ride since the first issue. And Scribe, thanks for coming on, man. You've been there since the beginning of Comicsgate, and I'm glad to see you're putting a book together with Ben. Ben is such a cool person to get to know. I'm happy you guys had me on your show. I'll try to hop on as often as I can. It's such a fun conversation. We always end up talking about food and travel for some reason, but those are the two of the three best things in life.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for everyone for joining us. I've been your host, Frédéric Guimont, and tune in next week. Love you all.
Bye.
God bless everybody.